Archangel Michael says, subscribe to Heaven Knows You for daily Archangel Michael messages. I order you to open this right now. This will happen in your house tonight. The Archangel is trying to talk to you, begging for just 2 minutes. Open it immediately. Something has been circling above your roof. Not in the sky, but in the realm of things you don't see with your eyes. You felt it lately, haven't you? That strange pull, the goosebumps at night, that moment you turned your head because you thought someone called your name, but no one was there. That was not your imagination. That was Michael, whispering, knocking on the door of your spirit, reaching. And you almost skipped this. Please don't skip. Not this time. This message is alive, and it carries something heaven has been trying to deliver since you cried that prayer when nobody was watching. You think tonight is just another night. You think you're going to sleep and wake up tomorrow and things will be the same. But heaven is trembling with urgency right now. Something has already started. Michael was not sent casually. He didn't come as a gentle breeze tonight. He came as a roar from the throne of God. Because something around you is shifting in silence. And if you do not hear this message, you may miss the moment you've been waiting for your entire life. There is a heavenly document with your name on it. It was sealed with divine fire. And tonight, it is being opened. You were not supposed to see this until now. Let me tell you the truth. Someone who is not of this world is standing right next to you. Even now as you read this, you are being watched, not with fear, but with love that burns like the center of the sun. This angelic presence has been trying to get through to you for days, but you've been so busy, so tired, so distracted by noise and pain. And yet, heaven has not stopped calling. Because God knows what's about to knock on your door. A situation you didn't expect. A decision you'll have to make in seconds. A moment that could change your direction forever. That's why Archangel Michael begged for this message to be delivered to you tonight. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. You think you're just reading something. But no, you are being spoken to. You were led here by something divine because something invisible has been moving in your house. And tonight, after midnight, it will be closer than ever. Some of you have felt shadows lately. A presence when you close your eyes. An energy shift in your room. Maybe things falling without reason. Maybe sudden dreams. Maybe the name of a loved one who passed showing up unexpectedly. That's not a coincidence. That's a warning and a gift. Archangel Michael was dispatched with fire in his wings to protect you. But protection only works when the one being guarded is aware. So listen. Pay attention now. Heaven is speaking. Your name was mentioned in heaven yesterday. A gathering of light surrounded the throne. And one question was asked, is this the moment they're ready? And Michael answered, if they see this message, yes. There are forces that have been plotting your confusion, your delay, your heartbreak. But God is sending one final interruption to that plan. This message. This moment. And if you skip it, the doors may not open the same way again. Don't test heaven's patience. Don't make God wait for you to realize how serious this is. Open your heart. Something divine is happening. And here's what you don't know. The thing you've been praying for, the breakthrough, the healing, the apology, the money, the truth, it's already been prepared. But it's hovering, waiting for you to believe that it's real. Faith is not just a feeling. Faith is a magnet. Right now, heaven is waiting for your alignment. That's why this message feels strange. Why your heart is pounding. Why your chest feels warm. That's Michael's energy pressing through your resistance. He is not playing tonight. He is alerting you that something will visit. Whether it's a dream, a sign, a person, a sudden shift in emotion, it will happen. And when it does, remember these words. He tried to warn you. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. Something about this message is tied to your future. Trust that this didn't appear randomly. Trust that your soul is ready now. Let me tell you something deeply sacred. Someone who passed is still around you. They haven't moved on fully because you haven't let go of the grief. You thought no one heard you cry that night on the bathroom floor. You were wrong. Michael stood behind you. He saw the tears. He heard your soul crack open. That's why he's here tonight, to tell you heaven did not forget. God did not ignore you. Help is now coming. You've been feeling surrounded by confusion lately. Too many decisions. Too many what-ifs. Too many delays. And deep down, you've been asking, why is everything taking so long? Michael has the answer. Because the enemy tried to block you. But the block is lifting. The chain is breaking. And tonight, at precisely 3 a.m., something in the realm of your spirit will feel different. You may dream. You may wake suddenly. You may feel pressure in your chest or warmth in your back. Don't be afraid. That's an angelic touch. That's Michael whispering, it is time now. But I need to warn you. Not everyone around you is aligned with heaven's plan for you. Some people are smiling with you but carrying jealous fire in their hearts. Michael sees it. That's why he's been urging you to clean your space, to protect your atmosphere, to be careful what you say and to whom. You've already given away too much of your power in conversations that were never meant to hear your truth. But it's not too late to take it back. Michael is placing a sword of light in your hand tonight. Use it, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Don't let darkness borrow your peace anymore. There is a gift that will arrive in your life within 7 days of this moment, but only if you prepare your heart. A surprise. A divine detour. It might look like a delay, but it's actually a protection. It might look like a rejection, but it's actually redirection. And Michael wants you to stop doubting the detours. Everything taken from you was only taken to make space for something bigger. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Please believe that God is shifting everything behind the scenes. Let me pause and ask you something. How long have you been praying for a sign? How many times have you begged the sky, please show me what to do? This is it. This is the sign. This is not a coincidence. This is heaven reaching into your scrolling, into your questions, into your quiet tears and answering, we see you, and we are moving. And do you know why this message feels like it's reading your soul? Because it is. It's not just words. It's energy. It's divine insight being poured through time and space to get to you. This message isn't for everyone. It's for the one whose spirit has been whispering, please don't let me miss my moment. And Michael heard that whisper. Heaven took that whisper and turned it into this thunder. This message is not just a warning. It's an activation. Something inside of you is waking up right now. It's your spirit remembering what Earth tried to make you forget, that you are chosen. You are protected. You are anointed. And the enemy is terrified that you're about to remember that. Tonight won't be like other nights. There is a window opening, a moment in spiritual time that comes once in a lifetime. Heaven calls it an appointment, a holy hour. And in that hour, Michael will come near your home. You may not see him with your eyes, but your body will know. You'll feel a stirring. Maybe the lights will flicker. Maybe you'll hear a whisper or a knock. Maybe your pet will act strangely. That's not superstition. That's confirmation. Do not fear it. Just listen. Be still. Heaven never forces. It invites. And this is your invitation. Your past has been trying to write your future. But Michael came to break that cycle. He says to you now, you are not your failures. You are not the heartbreak they gave you. You are not the version of you who didn't know better. You are the one who rose from it. You are the one who's still standing. That's why you're being chosen again. Because your scars didn't make you weaker. They made you sacred. There is a conversation about you happening right now in the spiritual realm. Michael is advocating for you, defending your name. You may feel alone here on earth, but in heaven, you are surrounded, loved ones, ancestors, angels, they're all watching. And there's something they've been waiting for you to do. Speak. Not complain. Not beg. But declare. Speak with your authority. Tell the atmosphere what's allowed in your home and what's not. You have more power than you've been using. And Michael has been trying to get you to speak it out loud. When you do, something will shift, because what you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. This is not a metaphor. It's a law. And to the one who has been crying behind smiles, you are not invisible. Michael saw the moment your heart broke in silence. He saw the moment you looked up and asked, "Is anyone really watching me?" Yes. Heaven watched you choose love when you could have chosen hate. Heaven saw you forgive even when no one apologized. And that kind of soul, God does not overlook. That kind of soul, Heaven places in royal alignment. That's why this message was sent tonight, because you've reached your divine turning point, and nothing can stop it now. Not even the delay you think is blocking you. I have to say this. Something is leaving your life soon. It may feel like loss. It may hurt. But it is necessary. Michael is removing something that was pretending to be love but was draining your spirit. Something that was disguised as stability but was rooted in fear. You've outgrown it. It cannot come into your next season. And the longer you try to keep it, the longer your blessings will be paused. Please trust the removal. Heaven only takes when it plans to replace. You've forgotten how powerful you are. But heaven didn't. That's why the signs keep chasing you. The repeated numbers. The names that echo. The songs that suddenly play with lyrics that feel like your diary. The dreams that feel more real than reality. That's not just energy. That's intelligence. Angelic technology. Michael has been surrounding you with confirmation, but you keep brushing it off as coincidence. There's no such thing. Open your eyes. The divine has been screaming in soft whispers. And can I tell you something heaven is saying right now? They are ready. Yes, you. You are ready to walk into the life that once scared you. You are ready to step into the bold version of yourself that you once only imagined. You are ready to stop dimming your light just to make others comfortable. You are ready to rise. That's why this message burns. That's why your heart feels like it's about to burst. Because your time is here, not next year, not later, now. And to the one who's been waiting for closure, you may not get the words you want from the person you want, but you will get peace. Michael is delivering peace in a way you've never experienced before. Peace that doesn't ask permission. Peace that settles in your chest and makes you feel like you are home. You've lived long enough in survival mode. Now, God is bringing you into safe love, real abundance, and clear purpose. Please don't scroll away. Please don't treat this like any other video or message. This one is different. This one is sacred. Archangel Michael is warning you, not with fear, but with divine urgency. Something is arriving in your life that carries a new spiritual assignment. You'll recognize it by how it makes your soul feel calm, even if your mind is unsure. That's how heaven works. It speaks in peace, not panic. And when it arrives, say yes. Say yes to the relationship that feels like healing, not chaos. Say yes to the opportunity that stretches you, even if you're scared. Say yes to the divine nudge you've been ignoring. Say yes to being seen. Say yes to being chosen. Say yes to being loved fully, deeply, and without conditions. Because Archangel Michael is clearing the path right now, tonight. And all you have to do is stop skipping the signs and finally say yes to your soul. And when you say yes, even quietly, even in fear, something begins to move behind the veil. You won't always see it instantly, but you'll feel it. Doors you didn't knock on will start to open. People will begin to shift, some leaving, some entering. Opportunities you thought were lost will resurface. That's not random. That's what happens when divine alignment kicks in. It bends the natural laws. It speeds up what was delayed. It returns what was stolen. Archangel Michael isn't just giving you words. He's releasing a divine mechanism over your life that changes timelines. And listen, not everyone will understand what's happening to you. Some will say you've changed. Some might distance themselves. Let them. This new version of you was never meant to fit in the places you had to shrink for. Michael didn't bring this message to help you return to your past. He brought it to resurrect who you truly are. The world tried to mute you. Trauma tried to trap you. But heaven said, enough. And now you are stepping into the unfolding, the unveiling, the hour of remembrance. You're not who you used to be. You're becoming the version of you that the darkness hoped you'd never find. That's why everything is shaking, because your light is no longer hiding. You've been so focused on surviving, on getting through the week, on making ends meet. You forgot how to dream. But God didn't forget. The dreams you gave up on. Still alive. The love you thought you missed out on. Still coming. The vision you buried under disappointment. Still waiting. Tonight, heaven wants to plant them back in your heart. Michael says, let them grow again. Let your faith grow again. Let your trust in the unseen return. You don't need all the answers to say yes to the next step. And I need to say this. Someone from your past is thinking about you tonight. They've been silent. You think they moved on. But something in their spirit is being stirred. Michael says their soul is feeling what yours released. You may hear from them. You may sense them in a dream. Whether it's closure or reconnection or simply peace, heaven is orchestrating it because you're not carrying unresolved energy into your next chapter. Only clarity. Only blessings. Only alignment. Do you feel that chill right now? That's not the room. That's the spiritual atmosphere responding to truth. That's Michael drawing near, confirming you are seen. You are remembered. And you are not reading this by accident. Divine encounters don't always come with lightning and thunder. Sometimes they come as a message right when you were about to give up. This is one of those moments. Heaven delayed it until now because this was the exact hour you'd be ready to hear it. Look at how perfect that timing is. That's not coincidence. That's prophecy. And there's something else. Someone in your bloodline, someone who passed on with heavy regrets, is watching you now. They never got to live out their dream. But they're cheering for you. They're whispering, "Don't stop. Don't quit like I did. Take the step I was too afraid to take." This person didn't have Michael's protection the way you do now. But you do. You've broken patterns that have been running for generations. You are the turning point. And your courage is not just healing your life, it's healing your lineage. Michael sees what you carry. You don't complain often, but you feel exhausted, spiritually, emotionally. Sometimes you wonder if anyone really sees how hard you try. How you love. How you give. How you keep going even when no one claps. And Michael says this directly to you: heaven sees what others missed. Every quiet act of faith. Every time you chose kindness. Every seed you planted in tears. Heaven recorded it. And now the harvest is beginning. But this is the warning. Don't go back when the test comes, and it will. Don't go back to what God rescued you from. Don't answer the door when chaos knocks wearing a familiar face. Don't let loneliness trick you into settling. Remember who you are becoming. This message is not a comfort letter. It's an assignment. Michael is telling you, stand guard over your next level. You worked too hard to return to cages that you already broke open. You're not supposed to shrink again. You're supposed to fly. Tonight, do one small thing in faith. Clean your room. Light a candle. Pray out loud. Speak your future into the air. Write down the name of someone you're releasing. These small things become massive in the spirit realm. They give permission. They open access. Heaven moves when earth agrees. And tonight, earth is asking for you to agree that your time has come. You will notice signs in the next 48 hours. Watch closely: a name, a time on the clock, a song, a memory, a door opening, something that will feel like a ping in your soul. That's your signal. That's Michael whispering, this is it. Don't ignore it. Don't second guess it. Don't delay your yes. And if you're still here reading this with your whole heart, then know, you were absolutely meant to see this. Not just read it, feel it. Because God is not far away. God is closer than your breath. And God is moving now. You will not go into the next season blind. You will not miss what belongs to you. Heaven is making sure of it. That's why this message came as a direct intervention. Archangel Michael is standing in your atmosphere now, not with a threat, but with a promise that what is meant for you is already on the way. That your tears were not wasted. That your name is known in places you haven't even walked into yet. That tonight, a shift begins. So take a breath. Close your eyes. Whisper, yes. Because now heaven is listening. And as you whisper that yes, even if it's broken, even if your voice shakes, even if you barely believe it, heaven moves. Not because your faith was perfect, but because your heart was open. That's all God needed. That's all Michael was waiting for. The door is open now, and something has just been released into your atmosphere. You may not hear the sound with your ears, but your soul already felt it. A lock has broken. A chain has dropped. A light has entered your house. Tonight, something sacred will linger in your room. It may come as stillness. It may come as peace. Or it may come as an overwhelming feeling of presence, as if someone is standing beside you even when no one is there. That's not imagination. That's divine visitation. Michael moves like a wind that has fire in its wings. You may not see it, but everything it touches starts to change. And he has entered your space now because heaven has decided you are ready. Let go of what's behind you. Stop rehearsing who didn't love you right. Stop replaying the moment they left. Stop feeding your mind with memories that were only meant to be lessons. Michael is clearing the fog now. God is restoring your mind. He's replacing overthinking with clarity, replacing anxiety with peace, replacing shame with new identity. Because you've punished yourself long enough for mistakes you already outgrew. You're not the same person anymore. And heaven knows that. Now it's your turn to believe it too. You're not broken. You're blooming. You're not late. You're in alignment. You're not invisible. You're chosen. And to the part of you that still doubts, Michael says, even your doubt is covered in grace. This next part is important. Listen closely. There will be a situation within the next 7 days. Something that may look ordinary, a conversation, a message, an offer. Pay attention. Heaven is sending confirmation through it. This will be your cue to act, to say yes, to step forward, to trust. You've been asking God to show you a sign. Now the sign is preparing to show up in physical form. Your only job is to be aware enough to see it. And if it feels unfamiliar, that's how you'll know it's divine. Heaven rarely speaks in the voice of your past. It speaks in the sound of your becoming. The voice that calls you forward, not backward. The voice that whispers truth, not fear. The voice that brings peace, not pressure. You'll feel it in your spirit before you understand it in your mind. Trust that feeling. That's the Holy Spirit guiding you. And let me speak directly to the fear that has tried to take root in your life. The fear of being abandoned again, of starting over again, of being disappointed again. Michael says, I am here to make sure you don't fall this time. You are not unprotected. You are not alone. The reason it didn't work before was because it wasn't time. But now it is. The gate has been opened. The angels are already moving. You don't have to force what's coming next. You only have to flow with it. Let the old expectations fall away. Let the timeline you created in your head dissolve. Let the bitterness go. You weren't delayed. You were preserved. You weren't denied. You were redirected. God didn't forget you. He hid you so the wrong ones couldn't reach what only heaven was meant to reveal. And when the right moment comes, you won't have to beg for it. It will arrive gently. It will feel right. It will meet you in peace. That's the kind of blessing Michael is delivering now. Not loud chaos, but quiet confirmation. Divine alignment. Love that doesn't ask you to suffer to earn it. Miracles that don't come wrapped in manipulation. Purpose that doesn't demand you become someone you're not. What's coming will feel like home. So breathe. The war is over. The battle that's been raging in your spirit, it ends now. Michael is placing peace on your pillow tonight. You will rest. You will sleep. You will wake up to signs. The kind of signs that make your heart beat differently, that make you know something has shifted. And one more thing. When the blessing comes, remember this moment. Remember this message. Remember that God reached you before the miracle showed up. That's how heaven works. It always sends the word before it sends the wonder. This message was your word. The wonder is on the way. And when it arrives, Michael will be there, silently, protectively, joyfully, whispering what he's waited so long to say. You did not miss it. You did not miss the promise. You did not miss your moment. You answered the call. And heaven will never forget that you said yes. And when you said yes, something ancient in you, something older than pain, older than fear, older than this entire lifetime, began to awaken. That yes echoed in heaven like a trumpet. You didn't just agree to read this message. You agreed to step into the version of your life that you were created for. And Archangel Michael didn't just witness it. He rejoiced, because all of heaven has been waiting for this exact second, for you to finally remember that you are not who life tried to convince you to be. You are royalty. You are light. You are a divine appointment walking in skin. And tonight, your remembering began. There's a shift in your spirit now. You feel it, don't you? It's subtle but strong. Like something finally unlocked. That's not wishful thinking. That's alignment. The gears of the universe, your universe, just turned. You may find that over the next few days, things start to feel strangely synchronized. Conversations will flow. Ideas will download. Doors will open that you didn't even knock on. And if anything closes, let it. That's heaven saying, not this way. There's better. What's leaving your life is making room for what's finally arriving. Michael wants you to do something simple before you sleep tonight. Speak aloud 3 things you're ready to release. And then speak 3 things you want to receive. It doesn't matter if you believe it fully. Say it anyway. Your words are keys. When they're spoken with even a mustard seed of faith, they unlock what angels have been holding in wait. This is not superstition. This is spiritual technology. You are creating pathways in the invisible just by speaking. The wind will carry it to the throne. And let me speak to the part of you that's afraid of being seen. The one who's been hiding. The one who keeps playing small. Michael says, come out of hiding now. The world needs your voice, your story, your truth. No one else has the exact frequency of your soul, and that frequency is needed urgently. The longer you silence yourself, the longer this world stays dimmer than it was meant to be. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are perfectly timed. Michael sees that tired part of you that just wants rest. Not just physical, but soul rest. And so he's giving it now, a divine rest that settles into your bones. A sacred pause where you're not striving, performing, or chasing. Just being. Just receiving. You've earned this ease. You've walked through enough fire. Now heaven is pouring water. Feel it. Let it wash over you. You don't have to carry the weight anymore. Lay it down. The angels are strong enough to take it now. And for the ones who feel they've messed up too badly, let me be clear. There is nothing you've done that disqualifies you from the divine. You are not too far gone. God is not in shock over your story. Heaven didn't cancel your assignment. You're still in the plan. You're still in the prophecy. And you are still being pursued by grace that does not give up. Your detour doesn't disqualify you. It only deepens the testimony. Michael didn't come tonight to scold you. He came to hold you, to lift you, to place a sword in your hand and remind you, you are not weak. You are a warrior. Someone is coming into your life soon. A soul who feels like morning light. You'll know them not by what they say, but by how you feel in their presence. Safe. Unjudged. Understood. Heaven is sending this connection not to distract you, but to help you. This will be someone whose energy upgrades yours. Someone who doesn't drain you. Someone who mirrors the healed version of you. And when they arrive, don't run. Don't sabotage it. Don't question if you're worthy. Just receive it. You've been lonely long enough. You've cried yourself to sleep enough. This one will feel like home. And Michael is already preparing their heart too. Now, take a moment and just breathe. Put your hand over your heart and know, this is real. You are not imagining the pull. You are not going crazy. You are being prepared. Your angels are active. Your prayers are living things. And your breakthrough is no longer in the future. It's here, at your doorstep, in your bloodstream, in the very breath you're taking now. This was not just a message. It was a visitation. A holy appointment. And you said yes. So tonight, sleep in peace. Michael is watching over you. God is closer than ever. The shift has begun, and your miracle is in motion. And as you rest tonight, something in the realm of the unseen will begin to rearrange around your name. Not in chaos, not in fear, but in holy precision. What used to feel stuck will begin to move. What felt too far will draw near. What felt impossible will quietly begin to unfold, without noise, without warning. And when it happens, you'll remember this message and whisper, it really was real. Because yes, this was real. This was not a coincidence. This wasn't just something you stumbled upon while scrolling. This was divinely scheduled. Even the timing, the second you saw it, the second you hesitated to click, the inner voice that said, watch this, all of that was heaven's choreography. Michael didn't just hope you'd see this. He orchestrated it. He bent timelines, shifted algorithms, rerouted your day so that this message would find you. Right when you were on the edge of giving up. Right when you thought heaven forgot. Right when you needed a whisper that felt like fire. Because this is not the end. It only feels like the end when your eyes are still closed to what's about to begin. But now your eyes are opening. Not just your physical eyes, but your spiritual ones. You're going to start seeing things for what they really are, people, patterns, possibilities. You'll no longer be confused by what was once sent to delay you. You'll start discerning the truth behind the distractions. And that awareness will be your weapon. Michael is sharpening it even now. You'll also notice this strange but holy sensation. Your old desires are fading. What you used to chase, you won't chase anymore. The approval you used to crave, it won't matter. The version of yourself you kept trying to fix, you'll start to love, because you'll realize you were never broken, only buried under expectations that were never yours. But now you're rising. The you that existed before the heartbreak, before the pressure, before the guilt, that version is returning. And this time, you'll protect it. Tonight when you sleep, Michael will stand guard. Your dreams may be vivid. You may receive names, colors, places. Don't dismiss them. Write them down. They are not random. They are part of the divine language. Symbols planted in your spirit to confirm that what was spoken is already taking root. Some of you will wake up lighter. Some of you will feel as if something left you in the night, heaviness, fear, confusion. That's the divine evacuation of spiritual clutter. Let it go. Don't call it back with your worry. And in the coming days, do not be surprised if someone reaches out from your past. It may be someone you haven't heard from in a long time. Someone who once hurt you or once meant everything. They may try to reconnect or say things you once begged to hear. Before you respond, pause. Ask heaven, is this a lesson or a blessing? Because not everything that returns is meant to stay. Michael will give you clarity, but only if you invite him into your choice. Do not step into a past that cost you your future. And to the one reading this who still wonders, can I really trust this? Michael sees your skepticism. And still, he came. Because even your doubts don't scare heaven. Your questions are welcome. God isn't intimidated by your confusion. In fact, it's often the questioning soul that gets the clearest answers. So ask. Speak your heart. Tell God what you're unsure of. Heaven listens to honesty, not performance. And now, one final instruction. When this is over, don't rush away. Don't just close your screen and forget. Instead, take 2 minutes. Just 2. Sit in silence. Let everything you've read settle. Place your hand on your heart and simply say, I'm ready now. Heaven, I agree. That's all. That's the seal. That's the spiritual signature that tells the angels you're aligned. And something will shift. You may feel it instantly, or it may arrive like a whisper 2 hours from now, or tomorrow morning, or in a dream next week. But it will come. You will know, because you didn't skip this time. You didn't run. You didn't ignore the pull. You stayed. You listened. You opened the message. And because of that, everything begins now. Michael is smiling. God is watching. And your name is glowing in heaven like fire. Now rest. Tonight, the visitation begins. And you will never be the same again. And as the silence settles into your space, something eternal begins to stir. The air shifts, not dramatically, but gently, like heaven exhaling into your room. You won't hear trumpets or thunder. You won't see lightning crack the sky. But your soul will feel it. A sense that something unseen just entered. It may feel like goosebumps on your skin or a sudden warmth in your chest. A tear you didn't expect. A breath that feels deeper than usual. That's not your imagination. That's Michael. That's presence. That's the whisper of God saying, I'm right here, and I'm not leaving. Because something has been chasing you for years. Not your past. Not your shame. Not your mistakes. But your destiny. The version of your life that was written in heaven before you were ever hurt. And that version, it never gave up on you. It's been waiting patiently through every delay. And tonight, because you chose to stay with this message, that version is getting closer. Like a sunrise after the longest night, it's beginning to rise in you. From this moment forward, things are going to feel different. And not because everything around you changes immediately. But because you changed. Because you're now aware. Because you saw the truth, felt the shift, accepted the call. You are not just living anymore. You're aligning. And alignment attracts miracles. Not just blessings, but moments that feel like destiny knocking. Watch for them. You'll start to hear sentences in conversations that echo this very message. You'll overhear your confirmation in songs, in dreams, in street signs, in perfect timings. You'll meet people who feel strangely familiar. They're not strangers, they're divine connections. You'll begin to feel calm in situations that used to paralyze you. That's not by accident. That's because your angels are already walking ahead of you, clearing the way. You'll also start to lose your appetite for chaos. The drama, the noise, the things you used to fight for, you'll let them go. The people you tried so hard to convince, you'll release them in peace. Not from coldness, but from growth. You are outgrowing old cycles. That means some things will fall away. Let them. Don't chase what's crumbling. The foundation you're standing on now is stronger because it was built by heaven, not ego. And as your frequency rises, you'll attract new things, unexpected provision, surprising favor, real love, deeper friendships, and purpose, clear, undeniable purpose. You'll wake up knowing why you're still here. Why you survived. Why you were spared. You'll feel it. You'll walk in it. And when people ask you what changed, you'll smile and say, "One night, I opened something, and heaven walked in." That's what this was. A visitation. An invitation. A divine rerouting. And now that you've accepted it, nothing will be the same. You may still feel fear. That's normal. Even the bravest souls tremble when heaven moves. But Michael wants you to remember this: you were born for this timeline. You were not placed here by accident. You are not walking blindly. You were sent, chosen, marked, and protected. So whatever you do, don't go back to sleep. Not spiritually. Not emotionally. Not energetically. Stay awake now. Walk like someone who knows they are covered. Speak like someone who knows they are heard. Love like someone who is finally free. And live like someone who has angels surrounding their house, because you do. Yes, your name was spoken in heaven. Yes, this message was the sign. Yes, this is the beginning. So rest tonight, not with worry, but with expectation. Sleep not in fear, but in trust. And when you wake tomorrow, walk into your life like a person who just got their miracle assignment delivered. Because you did. And heaven is watching to see what you'll do with it. You said yes. And that yes echoed into eternity. Michael will be with you from here forward. And the story of your life, it just turned a divine page. It is done. And even after this message ends, the presence doesn't. Because when heaven visits, it doesn't just pass through. It plants something. And what's been planted in you right now, in your heart, in your spirit, in the secret parts of your soul, it will grow slowly, quietly, steadily. Like a sacred tree in the middle of a storm, its roots are already digging deep. You may not see it yet, but in the days to come, you'll feel it. Your reactions will change. Your discernment will sharpen. Your peace will anchor you in places where you used to fall apart. That's the fruit of angelic visitation. That's what happens when God touches a life. You'll walk into situations you once dreaded, and suddenly you'll feel strength you didn't ask for. Words will come out of your mouth that sound wiser than what you thought you knew. And people around you will notice. They'll ask what changed. They'll ask what you did. But how do you explain a spiritual turning point to people who only live on the surface? You won't have to. They'll feel it. Because transformation doesn't need explanation. It radiates. Archangel Michael says to you now, you've crossed a threshold. That means the tests may intensify, but so will your power. You may feel like things get harder before they get easier. That's not punishment. That's resistance meeting elevation. Whenever a soul upgrades, the old energies try to keep their grip. But don't be afraid. This is not a warning. It's a confirmation that you've finally stepped into the light the darkness was always trying to keep you from. And here's something even deeper. Your voice is about to carry weight in realms you can't see. Your words are going to start planting things in people's lives: peace, clarity, conviction, hope. Even when you don't try, people will begin to shift in your presence. You'll comfort the broken without knowing it. You'll wake up those who forgot who they were. You are becoming a lighthouse. And lighthouses don't move. They stand strong even when the waves come. Michael says this to you directly: you are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. The battles didn't break you. They baptized you. And now you're walking in a new mantle. Let that settle. You've been mantled. You've been marked. You've been moved into the divine timeline. And now the question isn't, will it happen for me? Now the question is, am I ready for what's already on the way? Because it's closer than you think. It's already looking for you. The job, the healing, the restoration, the apology, the relocation, the purpose, the person, the blessing you forgot how to hope for, it's circling your house like a dove waiting to land. Be ready to receive. Don't sabotage it with doubt. Don't push it away with fear. Don't delay it with hesitation. Welcome it. Bless it. Prepare your space for it. Because it's not a matter of if. It's only a matter of when. And heaven is whispering, soon. Tonight, let this message be your blanket. Wrap it around your worries. Let it soften the edges of your day. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You just have to rest in the knowing that something greater is holding you. Something older than time, wiser than logic, more faithful than anyone who's ever walked away. That something has a name. And that name is God. And He sent Michael to remind you, He never stopped loving you. He never stopped protecting you. He never stopped preparing the blessing with your name on it. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not unworthy. You are loved. You are chosen. You are rising. And if you ever forget this truth, come back to this message. Re-watch it. Reread it. Relive it. Because this was not a one-time word. This was a lifelong reminder that when heaven speaks, it speaks to the deepest part of you. The part you're only just now learning how to listen to. So tonight, sleep as one who has been seen. Sleep as one who has been sent for. Sleep as one who said yes and meant it. Because tomorrow you wake up not just as yourself, but as someone divinely awakened. Heaven heard you. The shift has begun. All of creation has taken note. And Archangel Michael is already preparing the next message. Subscribe to Heaven Knows You for daily Archangel Michael messages.